Gaura Bhaktavin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're going to continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 3, Chapter 25, and we are on text 43. So, I had not opened. Should we just review what we did? I don't know why I don't have the whiteboard of yesterday. Anyways, I don't know why that didn't get saved. Maybe I didn't press save. So we'll just start reading for today. Jnana Vairagya Yuktena Bhakti Yogena Yoginaha Shemaya Adamulam Me Pravishanti Akuto Bhayam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The yogis, equipped with transcendental knowledge and renunciation and engaged in devotional service for their eternal benefit, take shelter of my lotus feet. And since I am the Lord, they are thus eligible to enter into the kingdom of Godhead without fear. Yesterday we were hearing how Lord Kapila Dev is saying the sun is moving because of fear of him, fire burns because of his fear, death is because of his fear. So everything is taking place orderly manner under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Everything, it's not that material nature, Mother Nature is not independent. She's not independent. Krishna is the lawmaker, and under his laws, everything is happening in the proper manner. She's facilitating. Mother Nature, she's facilitating this entire cosmic manifestation. So here, Lord Kapila Dev, he's saying the yogi is equipped with transcendental knowledge and renunciation. So the yogi who has transcendental knowledge, not material knowledge, transcendental, he's understood himself, he's understood the Lord. That is transcendental knowledge. And renounced. Once you have transcendental knowledge, automatically you're not attached to this body or to this world. And engaged in devotional service for the eternal benefit. So even if we want our eternal benefit, we should engage in devotional service. That's our eternal benefit, which begins by hearing and chanting. So what do these yogis do? They take shelter of his lotus feet. And since I'm the Lord, they are thus eligible to enter into the kingdom of Godhead without fear. So here the Lord is very easily showing us what's the easy path of liberation, easily to get out of this material world, to go back home, back to Godhead. He's saying you just engage in devotional service. You take shelter of my lotus feet. So one who actually wants to be liberated from the entanglement of this material world and go back home, back to Godhead, is actually a mystic yogi. So a mystic yogi is one, Prabhupada is saying, who wants to be liberated from the entanglement of this material world and go back home, back to Godhead. The words explicitly used here are yuktena bhakti yogena. Those yogis or mystics who engage in devotional service are the first-class yogis. They're the first-class yogis. A yogi is not only the one who sits in meditation. A devotee who's engaged in devotional service is also a yogi. Yesterday we were hearing what's the meaning of a yogi. Yog means linking with the Supreme. So when you're meditating also, the meditation has to be done on the Supreme Lord. That is yoga, not meditate on nothing. That is not yoga then, because yoga specifically means linking with the Supreme. So when we are meditating on the Supreme Lord, that is yoga. And the Bhakti Yogi, he's called a first-class devotee. as described in Bhagavad Gita, those who are constantly thinking of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Dhyan Yoga. We are reading that now, right? So Krishna will explain full Dhyan Yoga to Arjuna. And in the last verse of this chapter, Krishna says that one who's united with me in yoga, who's always thinking of me, who is, who is engaged in devotional service to me. He is the best of the yogis. That is my opinion. So Krishna is also giving his opinion on who's the best yogi, and that the one who is a devotee of the Lord, constantly thinking of the Lord. These yogis are not without knowledge and renunciation. To become a bhakti yogi means to automatically attain knowledge and renunciation. So it doesn't mean that a devotee does not have knowledge or that he's not renounced. No, because he has the knowledge, he is engaging in devotional service. Because he's renounced, he's engaging in devotional service. So just by engaging in devotional service, he's automatically getting knowledge and renunciation. It works both ways. We don't need to endeavor separately. No need to endeavor separately. That is the consequent result of Bhakti Yoga. In the Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 2nd chapter, it is also confirmed that one who engages in the devotional service of Vasudev Krishna has complete transcendental knowledge and renunciation, and there is no explanation for these attainments. Ahaituki, without reason they come. So Bhagavatam says that, Vasudeva Bhagavate. Vasudeva, it says that you just engage in devotional service of the Lord and you will get causeless knowledge and you will get renunciation, causeless knowledge. Vasudeva Bhagavate Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahaitukam. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So Bhagavatam is saying, you want knowledge and you want renunciation, you just engage in devotional service. You will get it. You will get it. This is what Bhagavatam is saying. Ahaituki, causeless. Causelessly you'll get it. They will come. Even if a person is completely illiterate, the transcendental knowledge of the scriptures is revealed unto him simply because of his engagement in devotional service. So this is how the position of a devotee. He may not know how to read and write, but he's understood completely the knowledge of the scriptures. Reading and writing, illiteracy, that's a material thing. Nothing material can stop one to engage in devotional service. Nothing material. So comes to mind, does any example come to mind that even if a person is completely illiterate, the transcendental knowledge of the scriptures is revealed unto him simply of his engagement in devotional service? Does any example come to anyone's mind?
Brahmana who Caitanya Mahaprabhu met, and he was holding the Bhagavad Gita upside down, and he was crying looking at the picture. And then Caitanya Mahaprabhu asked that, oh, what is it? What is it that you are crying about? And he said that I'm crying because how merciful the Lord is that he became the Sarathi. He's driving the chariot of his devotee. So like how merciful he would be. So he had no knowledge, but he knew because of the mercy, the devotional service that he might be doing, he got the knowledge. Because this is a very, very deep knowledge.
And he said he's seeing in front of him.
Yeah.
You know, when we are looking, we are just seeing a photo. But he said, I'm seeing Krishna in front of me, sitting on the chariot. Arjuna is there. So everything is revealed to a devotee. as you said, he was illiterate, didn't even know which is the beginning, which is the end, how do the words read. But he was simply engaged. His guru said, every day you read Bhagavad Gita, and he would try to read it, whatever he could. So thank you so much. That is also stated in the Vedic literature. To anyone who has full faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the spiritual master, all the import of the Vedic literatures is revealed. So that Brahmana, he had full faith in his spiritual master and the Supreme Lord. His guru told him, you read every day. And he was trying his best to read with firm faith, equal faith in Guru and Krishna. And yasya deve parabhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. This is a verse in the Vedas. It said that one who has implicit faith in the words of the Guru and Lord Krishna, for him, all the scriptures are automatically revealed to him. He understands all the knowledge just by this faith. He does not have to seek separately, the yogi who engages in devotion. He does not have to seek separately. The yogi who engages in devotional service is full in knowledge and renunciation. If there is a lack of knowledge and renunciation, it is to be understood that one is not in full devotional service. So here we are speaking of the pure devotee. The pure devotee, he has full knowledge and he is completely renounced. So now Prabhupada is saying, if there's a lack of knowledge and renunciation, it is not full. He is not yet completely Krishna conscious. The conclusion is that one cannot be sure of entrance into the spiritual realm in either the impersonal Brahmajyoti effulgence of the Lord or the Vaikuntha planets within that Brahman effulgence, unless he is surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So, as long as our destination is spiritual, it doesn't matter whether we want to stay in the Brahmajyoti or we want to enter into one of the spiritual planets. We have to surrender to the Supreme Lord. Only by surrendering to his Supreme Lord can we get entrance into the spiritual realm. Otherwise, we can't get entrance into the spiritual realm. We will be still in this material atmosphere. The surrendered souls are called akuto bhaya. They are doubtless and fearless, and the entrance into the spiritual kingdom is guaranteed. So, and Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarva Dharmam Parityagya. He says, just surrender unto me. Why is he saying surrender unto me? So that we can become fearless, so that our doubts can be cleared, and so that we can go back home, back to Godhead. Following this, the great souls, following the Mahajans, the surrendered souls are called akuto bhaya. They are doubtless and fearless, and the entrance into the spiritual kingdom is guaranteed. So we can see, just by surrendering to the Supreme Lord, we can get the highest perfection. And surrender begins by chanting, by hearing about him, by hearing about Krishna, by chanting his names. We are surrendering. So, and we can get the highest perfection just by this surrender. Did anyone want to add or comment on anything? Or any questions? Because many important points are discussed in this one purport by Srila Prabhupada. So expertly, he's giving us the full thing. Complete implicit faith in Supreme Lord and the spiritual master. Then all the Vedic literatures is revealed. Once we realize Vedic literature, you're automatically situated in the original transcendental platform. And who engages in devotional service is full in knowledge and renunciation. No need to separately say, I want to go somewhere else to get knowledge. No, by hearing from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, We are getting complete knowledge because we are getting knowledge of the Supreme Lord. We are trying to get knowledge of the Supreme Lord. And he says, Vedescha sarver aham eva vedya. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. He's the goal of all knowledge. Yeah, and surrender unto the lotus feet. No matter what is our desire, we are full of material desires. We desire liberation. We have no material desires. Just worship Supreme Lord Krishna. Why? Why just worship Supreme Lord Krishna, no matter whatever is our desire? Anyone? Because he's the, I'm sorry?
Because he is the source. Whatever we desire, it comes from him only.
Yes,
Because
yes. He's
Krishna
the only
fulfills our
one.
desires, right?
I'm sorry?
Krishna fulfills our desires, whatever
Yes,
desires.
he's the,
He's the only
yes, he's the only one who can fulfill all our desires. He's the only one who can fulfill all our desires. So that's why we should approach Lord Krishna, worship him. And he will fulfill our desires in such a way that we will all get purified, go back home, back to Godhead. So whatever is our desires, he'll fulfill that, and he'll also bring us back home, back to Godhead. Yeah, so whatever it is, just come to Krishna. So then we'll continue reading. Oh, this is the last one. Etavan eva lokesmin pumsam nihishreyasodayaha tivrena bhakti yogena manomai arpitam sthiram. Therefore, persons whose minds are fixed on the Lord engage in the intensive practice of devotional service. That is the only means for attainment of the final perfection of life. Here the words manomai arpitam, which mean the mind being fixed on me, are significant. One should fix his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna or his incarnation. Manomai arpitam, the mind being fixed on me. So here, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, hey Arjun, you first fix your mind on me, and then you engage in your duty. And then also in 934, he says, always think of me. So here, Lord Kapila Dev is saying, fix your mind on the Lord, fix your mind on me. So first is we have to fix the mind on the Lord. And the Lord is not saying you fix your mind on something void or some zero or some nothing or some light, or he's not saying fix your mind on anything else. He's saying fix your mind on me. You know, the Lord is very specific in his instructions, and we just have to follow it. We don't have to make up anything. We just have to follow. He's saying, fix your mind on me. Fix your mind on the lotus feet of Krishna or his incarnation. It means think of him. Think of him. Krishna has a very beautiful form. Sham Sundar, Vasudev, you know, whichever form that attracts us. Lord Ramachandra, Lord Nishingadev. Lord Nishingadev's appearance day is this month, 15th of May. So he's saying, fix your mind on me. To be steadily fixed in that, freedom is the way of liberation. So this is the easy way of liberation. Krishna is saying, you just fix your mind on me and you can get out of this material world. We have been in this material world for millions and millions of lifetimes, and he's showing us a way to get out of here. Maharaj Ambarish is an example. He fixed his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. So we will say, oh, but if I have to think of Krishna, how will I do everything else? What, don't I have any other work to do? How am I going to do my business? How am I going to do my cooking? How am I going to do my studies? How am I going to do anything else? What do you think?
Connect Krishna in whatever work you do.
Yes. Connect Krishna. Yes. Yes.
And another
Yeah.
example I could remember of devotee, how about Namdev?
Oh, I'm not very sure. I don't have much.
Namdev, he also was illiterate, but his was full time he was thinking of Vitthal, Krishna. No?
Oh, very nice. Ah, yes. Thank you. Mm. So yeah, so material literacy is not impediment to engage in devotional service, or for us to go back home, back to Godhead, or for us to get transcendental knowledge. Nothing material can stop. And why? Why nothing material can stop us to go back home, back to Godhead, or engage in devotional service?
I don't
Anyone?
get the question.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Oh, so like when we say, oh, but you know what, I'm not very literate. I don't have much knowledge. I'm not very educated, so I can't engage in devotional service. Or someone may say, oh, I'm not born in a good family, so I can't engage in devotional service. Or I'm born in a particular country or a particular society, so I cannot engage in devotional service. Or we might have something material because of something material, we are saying, oh, I can't engage in devotional service because of this.
Oh, we just have to
But
chant.
yeah,
No,
nothing
the
material.
background and your activities around you don't decide whether you can get into devotional service or no. It is your faith
Yeah.
and your love towards Krishna that will put you onto that devotional track.
Yeah, nothing
How they say,
material can stop.
yeah, like,
Hmm?
whatever's around you cannot stop you. If you wish to do it, like, if you have your wish, they say, no, wherever there's a will, there's a wish. I mean, wherever there's there's a way to do it.
Yes.
The path is already made
Yes.
if you have a will to do it.
Yes. Man proposes, God disposes. Yes,
And
Krishna
simply,
will
if you are
make the arrangement.
illiterate, sorry.
Mm.
And if you are illiterate, but you just have to chant. And that was
Yes.
good enough,
Yes.
right? That is the
Yes.
best. Right?
Yes,
Learning
chant. And you can
chanting.
hear.
Yeah,
You can
hearing
hear.
and chanting.
Yeah. Okay, illiterate, okay, I can't read, but you can hear.
Yeah.
Now, Bhakti Shastri course, they have started even for people who can't read and write. Why? Oh, because they can hear and they can speak. So they're going to do Bhakti Shastri, So it's very good, no? So nothing material can stop us to engage in devotional service. So as you said, hearing, you can hear and you can chant, and then God, you have a desire, God will fulfill it. Yeah. So that's what we have to do. We should not say, oh, because of this, I can't do it. Because of this, I can't do it. No, it's the right of each and every living entity to engage in devotional service. It's the right of every living entity to go back home, back to Godhead. Every living entity has that permanent, what you say, how, here in the earth, we have, oh, I will lose my permanent status, right of abode. I will lose my right of abode or something. Each and every living entity has a right of abode in the spiritual world. We just have to go, So.
Hello, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Auntie.
हाँ, शिल्पा, ये एक एग्जाम्पल है कि भक्ति है ना, एक पक्षी के समान है, बर्ड के समान है. हाँ, और बर्ड के दो पंख है ना, तो एक वैराग्य है और एक ज्ञान है. और ये भक्ति रूपी ये पक्षी स्पिरिचुअल स्काई में उड़ान भरेगा. तो कैसे भरेगा? ये ज्ञान और वैराग्य के पंखों के सहारे वो स्पिरिचुअल स्काई में कितनी भी ऊंची ऊंचाई तक उड़ सकता है.
बहुत अच्छा, थैंक यू.
हाँ, और दूसरा अभी वाला श्लोका में भी ये दिया है, भक्त जो है वो क्योंकि हमारी सारी इंद्रियां है ना बहुत चंचल है, चलायमान है पूरा समय। तो भक्त है ना वो क्या करता है, अपनी सारी इंद्रियों को है ना भगवान की सेवा में लगा लेता है, कि वो आंखों से भगवान के दर्शन करेगा, कानों से भगवान की बातें सुनेगा, और मुंह अब जबान से उनका नाम चैंट करेगा, और सारी इंद्रियों को भगवान की भक्ति में लगा देने का।
जय, थैंक यू। वही अभी हम रीड करने वाले महाराज अम्बरीश का एग्जाम्पल. Do we have the time to read it quickly? Thank you, Auntie. Very good examples. Do we have the time to read this quickly, or you want to keep it for tomorrow?
Is it not? It's not that long, right?
No, it's just this.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Okay. So Maharaj example is Maharaj Ambarish is an example. He fixed his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. And then, as Auntie Rashmi was saying, that how he engages his senses. So first you fix the mind on the Lord. Then what did Maharaj Ambarish do? He spoke only of the pastimes of the Lord. He smelled only the flowers and tulsi offered to the Lord. He walked only to the temple of the Lord. He engaged his hands in cleansing the temple. He engaged his tongue in tasting the foodstuff offered to the Lord. And he engaged his ears for hearing the great pastimes of the Lord. In that way, all his senses were engaged. First of all, the mind should be engaged at the lotus feet of the Lord, very steadily and naturally. So, to fix the senses in the service of Krishna, first of all, fix the mind on Krishna. Once the mind is fixed on Krishna, all the senses will come under control, because the mind is the master of the senses. When the mind is engaged, all the senses become engaged. That is Bhakti Yoga. Yoga means controlling the senses. The senses cannot be controlled in the proper sense of the term. They are always agitated. As Auntie Rashmi just said, chanchal, always agitated. This is true also with a child. How long can he be forced to sit down silently? It is not possible. Even Arjun said, chanchalam hi mana Krishna. The mind is always agitated. The best course is to fix the mind on the lotus feet of the Lord. Manomai arpitam sthiram. If one seriously engages in Krishna consciousness, that is the highest perfectional stage. All Krishna conscious activities are on the highest perfectional stage, perfectional level of human life. Thus, and the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the 3rd canto, 25th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Glories of Devotional Service. Jai. So fix the mind on Krishna. And how can we fix the mind on Krishna?
By hearing and chanting.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And I also want to add, today is Akshaya Tritiya. It's a very auspicious day where it's called unending happiness. And what is unending happiness is when we do more bhakti. So if we can engage today more and more in japa, in, bhakti, you're going to get it 1,000, the benefit is going to be like 1,000 more. So why not, engage today as much as possible.
Jai, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. Only thing is, I don't know if it's today or because ISKCON has been saying it's tomorrow. So I'm not sure.
Oh, because
it's today, is it?
It's today.
Calendars writing. Sometimes there is a difference,
There's
1 or 2 days. Yeah. But the idea, what you said, engage in bhakti, that's the main thing. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll all endeavor to do more and more bhakti today.
Yes, right.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for all your participation. It was wonderful with all your participation today. Hari Bol.